Hi, Kim Williams. I am Philip Holmes. I am from Philip Holmes Media and Instagram, TikTok, and native TikTok and Facebook. Um, it's not really about what anybody can do to help. I do appreciate, and we do appreciate your help. As I said before in my videos, I don't see that everybody in the world or anybody in Canada in general are racist. I know that there are a few good apples out there. It is the bad apples that we have to be careful about. Um, be more knowledgeable, and by a means that I know you don't. I know people don't believe everything they read on the internet, but there is my heritage that is on the internet, the Kwakiutl. Um, how can you help? Support. Talk to an elder. But when you go and talk to an elder, I know you have to use precautions because of COVID-19. Take a pouch of tobacco, buy a pouch of tobacco, and make an offering to that elder. Give them the pouch of tobacco and say, I would like your knowledge. I would like you to share your knowledge, your vast knowledge with me, and sit down and talk with them, have a cup of coffee, and be curious. Um, ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And when an elder speaks, you listen. And that is out of profound respect to an elder. When you speak to our elders, you listen with an open heart. And when they're finished talking, then they will be ready to answer your questions and what you need to know and what needs to be told about our vast knowledge about our Aboriginal history throughout Canada. Um, being respectful. There is a ton of disrespect and a ton of racism out there. Let's try not to focus on that because it's so unnerving when people talk about racism. But the racism is there. The racism has been embedded since the Hudson's Bay Company came to Canada, and that's more than that's 600 years. Um, just being informative, just how you can lend a helping hand. Look up residential schools on the internet. Look up um, almost anything you want to learn about natives and racism, because the racism is on YouTube. The racism is on the media, on social media. I've gotten also racism through TikTok and also on Facebook. And since the mass graves have come to the forefront of every social media outlet on the globe, the racists have still been out there, still been trying to uh, blow smoke up our asses. Um, there was a comment that non that a racist said that really took me by really knocked the winds out of my sails when this person said on TikTok that it's 215 criminals that we have less to worry about. And I mean, not only that, that also the very fact that a 75-year-old residential school survivor passed away because she heard about the news about the 215 little bodies that were found in Kamloops, in the Kamloops residential school. And that was very alarming. When I found out about that she had a massive heart attack and stroke. Hearing about that awful news. Um, it's I'm truly grateful for the outpour of support and outpour of respect that I am getting on my YouTube channel when it comes to racism, the residential schools, the Canadian government, and the mass graves that have been found. Um, It's not only now that this is always that is unfolding before our very eyes. It has been here for 600 years, and for 600 years, um, there has been no kinship because of the racism. So that's why I'm extending my olive branch even further to each and every one of you, that if you want to help, help in your own way. I'm not saying going out and planting a tree. I'm saying don't become a tree hugger. I'm saying look up on your end residential schools. Look up on your end on how the Canadian government has treated Aboriginal people. Look on YouTube about the racism. The racism is there. The indifference is there. The injustice is there. And we are a beautiful culture. And like I said in my last video, Kim, we were caretakers of the land. We took only what we needed to take to survive. And look up Captain Vancouver from 1796. He was the one who founded Vancouver. And with direct contact, my people dropped in the 1800s and the 20th century 75% because of direct contact with European settlers due to smallpox. And all that information is right in front of you with my videos. I'm going to try and put out more the best I can. I've already been on here 6 minutes. It's going to take forever for me to upload this. And I do apologize about that. Kim, please look up everything on Aboriginal people in residential schools throughout Canada and throughout the world. The reason that the Canadian government, in closing, the reason the Canadian government thought up the TRC is because of South Africa and the racism that South Africa has been plagued with. They're the ones who thought up the TRC, was in South Africa. Also look up that. And also look up, as I said before, Kevin Annett. Kevin Annett was a defrocked United Church minister who was in Port Alberni, where my family were in residential school, and the Indian hospital that was in Port Alberni, British Columbia. That's where my father and my uncle were in 1944, and that's before my cousins died. And my uncle and my father were strapped down to a gurney in this Port Alberni Indian hospital as they saw the doctors and nuns and priests put a hypo needle in my cousin's neck. And 10 seconds later, my uncle said he was gone as the nuns and priests and doctors sat there and laughed, watching him die and watching him foam at the mouth. The horrors, the very horrors that our people went through, my people went through. Don't be afraid to look that up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And be prepared for horrors that you're going to see and witness when you see this information, because it is absolute 155,000% true. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much. I am so humbled that I'm getting this support from my YouTube channel, and I am going to be posting more in the near future. My name is Philip Holmes from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I am also from Philip Holmes Media, right here on YouTube, native TikTok, and we need to set up native YouTube. Again, I am so humbled. Thank you so much.